Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic. You're here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be telling you about the Xur's location, his inventory, the random rolls, all the whatnots, as well as a little bit of information and news about Saint 14. If you don't know, I actually have a 14 on my gun. This gun also has a 14 on it. And the tower also has a 14 on it. That's right, Saint 14, if you haven't seen it already, a bit of spoilers here, but at some point in the campaign, you do save his life, and he returns to the tower through the Infinite Forest and the time travel and all that whatnot. He can be found in the tower when you go to him. Apparently he has this special dawning present is what it seems like, and perhaps there's a recipe for a cookie for him. I don't know. I haven't gone to him yet, so I don't know the full extent of what's going on with Saint 14 in the tower, but this video is actually for the Xur. So you can find the Xur in his regular location on Titan, so just head over to the rig, make your way over into this building right here. You should be able to find him in his regular location right next to young AJ. Young AJ is going to be staying here until next Tuesday reset just to help Guardians find him. Don't worry, he'll be here the whole time. This is going to be a high overview of everything that he does have available in case this is all you care about. That's not what I meant to do. Damn it. I wanted to... Damn it, clicking the paddles by accident. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about the weapon. It's going to be the exotic rocket launcher known as Two-Tailed Fox. A bunch of interesting perks. First of all, it shoots 2 rockets, 1 void and 1 solar, and can track onto the same target. So you just aim at an enemy, you hear some beeping, you fire 2 rockets, they both hit the enemy, dealing a bunch of damage. On top of that, your void rockets suppress the enemies, and the solar rocket causes damage over time. So the idea here is that you're supposed to be doing a decent amount of damage with 2 rockets, and you're suppressing enemies, so this is supposed to be used for elite enemies, not necessarily bosses. And from my tests, rocket launchers really underperform as far as DPS goes, so you're not going to find a lot of DPS, but it's definitely an interesting weapon, and you can find some nice uses to it. Let me know, because I really haven't found a lot of them. Outside of that, there are a couple of different ornaments that you can equip on this weapon. There's some different Jade Rabbit options, this one being my favorite because it's so bright and purple and it's got little doggos on it. How can you not say yes to doggos? Wait, are these doggos? Oh no, they're probably foxes. You know, with the, yeah, it's probably foxes. Still doggos though. Moving on to the Titan exotic known as Dune Marchers, basically your sprint boots for your Titan. It increases your sprint speed, and as you sprint, you build up a static charge, and when you hit an enemy, it releases that charge and chains damage to nearby enemies. So it's all about just being fast, getting in there, going for melee attacks, and if you do a lot of sprinting in melee, you can get a lot more benefit out of it. That being said, the Lion Rampant is another exotic where you basically have a longer lift duration. That's going to be your mid-air jump, and that actually can make you go faster than the Dune Marchers ever can. I've done many tests over time. The last time I did test it was in Warmind, but for the most part, not much has changed about either one of these exotics. So if you're looking to go fast, Lion Rampants are still your better option. As far as the rolls go, having a primary in mobility as well as strength is a very good synergy for this exotic. I would say it's a fitting exotic, or fitting role for this exotic, although not the best role in general. And it also has an ornament that makes it look very slightly different. Not a lot of stuff has changed, but it does look a little bit smoother and it's a little bit more interesting. Moving on to the Warlock exotic, we have the Kontrol's Hold, a very powerful exotic for the Crucible. Basically, you resist incoming damage while you're charging your Void Grenade with Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova, basically any of the grenade charging, and charged Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on a hit. So basically, in the Crucible, if you know you're near an enemy, especially with the Handheld Supernova, which is kind of like a shotgun blast, if an enemy is near you, start charging that grenade, they come around the corner, they pop their shots, they don't kill you because you have more resistance, and then you just release that shotgun blast of a grenade at them, or if you're trying to chase somebody down, fly through the air while charging your grenade periodically, and you can actually resist a lot of damage. This is a very good exotic, something that perhaps would be more in my top 5 if I'd used it a little bit more and I'm more familiar with it. As far as the role goes, having a primary in Recovery and Discipline is an excellent role for a PvP exotic that's based on grenades, so definitely a very above average role for a very above average exotic, and I highly recommend you go pick it up. However, it does not yet have an ornament, and I really don't like the way this thing looks, to be honest. And finally, the Hunter exotic known as Assassin's Cowl, an exotic that came in with Shadowkeep, where defeating a Guardian with a melee attack or a combatant with a finisher grants invisibility and restores a portion of the health and shield. This is an exotic that I really haven't used that much, so I can't give you a really big opinion about it, but from what it sounds like, if you go for melees or you're a shotgunner, or if you're anywhere close range as far as Hunter stuff goes, you might find a lot of use out of this thing, especially if you go for finishers, especially if you go for melees, and being able to restore health and and shields is something I really love from Wormhusk. However, Wormhusk is just for dodge, which is something a little bit easier than that. As far as the role goes, having a primary in mobility, secondary in strength, I guess works with this particular exotic, because you want to be in there, you want to be there fast, you want to be out of there fast, all about being a ninja, being there for the melee stuff. So a very good role, very good synergy for this particular exotic, for an exotic that I would say is probably a bit middling. And that's going to be pretty much it for the Xur. Make sure you're picking up your 5 of Swords for higher scoring Nightfalls, picking up your Invitation to the Night for some powerful gear as well as lore. And then finally, the exotic engram, no longer called a fated engram, because any exotic that drops in the wild will be guaranteed to give you something that you do not have from world drops in years 1 through 3. And the very last thing that's very important to know, if you're still leveling characters up, I would highly recommend you use the Xur to help you along. For example, my Hunter right now is not 960 yet. I can pick this up and actually give that to my Hunter, or just have it anywhere in my inventory, and that Hunter will give a benefit. So I can infuse that into gear, I can just have it sitting around, but in general, it's very nice to pick these up to give those characters a bit of a boost. And that's pretty much it. That's going to be the end of the video. Make sure, again, you check out the tower. Saint 14 is there. He's got a gift for you. And of course, let me know what's going on with that. Hey, look, a free chest. Always good to see one of these around here. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns, all that whatnot. My name's Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.